And that is right there how you break your Traxxas Disruptor. I think I also lost steering. I think I broke it pretty good. We're gonna do a little speed test with my Traxxas Disruptor. It's a little bit boogered up in the front because it had an accident. I have a new hull. I'll be fixing it in a later video, but right now I'm just curious. I have the old Traxxas battery that every time I run in my boat, I feel like it overheats. It doesn't have a lot of power, runs out of power, really annoying. So I've only ran Traxxas batteries my whole life. So I ended up getting one of these, did some research.
Y'all know how to wait. Y'all know.
And seems like a pretty good battery. And these don't last too long in the boat because it eats through a battery. So with the bigger milliamp, the 11,400, I figured that it will last longer. It's got a higher C output. So these have a 50 C burst output. And these have 120. So I'm thinking that these will have more power and last longer. And I'm going to test that out right now with the speedometer. So first we're going to run the Traxxas battery. I'm going to put that in here. Put it in the disruptor. The new hull that I'm getting, I am going to have a custom sticker job on it, so it is going to be one of one. It'll look pretty sweet. This is just boogered up to get by for now. I'm sure this thing would probably top out faster without all the hot glue and crap up front. I did not do a very good job with it. I just kind of made it work so it worked. So I wanted to drive it. This GPS I got is a PARKEE-RC, and it does not look to be waterproof. I'm going to assume it's not, so I'm going to put it in a bag. So we're going to stick the GPS in there, and we'll plug her in. Put the remote on, make sure everything works. And then we shall get the cap on to seal the deal. And top speed run on the Traxxas 6700 milliamp battery. Do a couple of runs here. Go out there, nice beautiful water, really smooth. It's gonna right off the bat with a fresh battery. Pinned. Alright, come back, pinned again. A little bit of chime walk. I'm sure I could get more mile an hour out of it if I didn't have that stuff on the front end all glued up. It makes it really front heavy. We got some ducks. You can almost hear the power fall off at the very end with the Traxxas battery. A little more. Alright. Bring her back home and see what you got. Got her. Alright. I'll take this. Open the hatch. See what we got. And we got 40 out of it. So this boat is completely stock. No modifications done to it. 40. We got a stock prop on there. Fully charged Traxxas battery. Everything's bone stock other than trim tabs are flat, and we got the boogered up front end, which I'm sure hurts the speed just a little bit. Probably get a couple more mile an hour out of it if it were not boogered. So we got the SMC battery in there. We get the balance connector corded back so it doesn't interfere with the outrunner motor. It's strapped in and she works. We're gonna get GPS is zeroed out. I just checked it. Put it in the waterproof bag. Stick it in there. Here we go on that. We'll do the same thing with the Traxxas battery. We'll get out there and get a run on it quickly. definitely doesn't seem to fall off the power like it did with the Traxxas battery. It holds the power the whole time. Jump out there. This is the battery's a lot heavier than the Traxxas battery is. It definitely seems like it plants the boat in the water better. It feels a little bit faster, but the main difference I feel is just that power doesn't fall off at the end of the pull. It just keeps going. Alright, we'll go collect the boat and see what we got with the SMC battery. Boat secured. And let's take the top off and see if the SMC actually gave it any more juice at the big end. Oh, it ended up at the back. Holy crap, so quite an interesting result, I guess. Kind of expected it, kind of didn't. But I got 42 out of it. So it didn't seem a whole lot faster, but I could definitely hear that the power lasted longer, if that makes sense. So it actually did give it more power, and we ended up getting a bigger top speed out of it because of that. So as you see, 42 mile an hour, we gained 2 mile an hour. Everything's the exact same other than the battery. So overall, I've tested this battery. It lasts much longer than the Traxxas battery. It does get quite hot, I'm assuming just because the battery lasts almost twice as long. So honestly, no complaints there. The Traxxas battery balloons after you do a full run with it. And this battery, even though it does get hot, it does not balloon at all. So a little bit faster, more power, longer run time. Seems like less strain on the battery. That's a win, and I would definitely buy yourself an SMC battery. I'm probably gonna end up switching, or I have an X-Max as well. I'll probably switch out, but for the boat, absolutely have to go with the SMC. So, all right, now it's some bashing time. We are the best battery, the SMC battery. We got more power. More power, baby! So that's the battery I chose to go bashing with, and we're gonna use up the rest of this battery. All right, yeah, so 2 mile an hour gain is pretty good actually. I didn't really expect it, but I'm glad I did it. The biggest difference is that I picked up this battery for $80, and it performs better than the Traxxas battery that I had to spend $150 on. So it's definitely a win-win in every category, especially because the SMC comes with the Traxxas plug, so I can charge it on my Traxxas charger, plug it straight in out the box. So way better. Almost got myself with that splash there. But there was a big roost for such a little boat. Yeah, there's gotta be an 8-foot roost coming out of the back of this thing. It's a really playful boat. I mean, it handles like it's a racing boat. Function is the best thing ever, because I'm really not trying to go swimming. Like I was just saying how I did not want to go swimming, I think today I'm going swimming. You know, if I was driving a boat that didn't flip over, I would drive it a lot more gingerly, because, you know, I'd be worried about going out there to swim. Versus this, I can drive it as hard as I want. As it flips, that's fine. This boat's so fast. For what it is, it's crazy. It isn't the fastest boat ever, obviously. It's not a top-end boat, it's a basher boat. What we're doing, stuff like that. Oh, not that. purposely flipping it over here and crashing it and bashing it. And that is right there how you break your Traxxas Disruptor. I think I also lost steering. I think I broke it pretty good. I was saying how I did not want to go swimming. I think today I'm going swimming. I know it's totally my fault. There we go. And here we are. The broken Traxxas Disruptor. Ooh, alright. So, the carnage is, we got no blades left on that prop. We have a broke off steering arm and a bent steering shaft. So that's nice. Yeah, as you can see, we did not like hitting the water fountain out there at all. So, well, we got her back. We did not have to go swimming. That I am quite glad for. Not too happy I just broke my boat, but it is what it is. That's what happens, I guess. So overall, 40 mile an hour off the stock battery, and we got 42 out of the FEC. Overall, I'd say that's pretty good. Ended the day broken, but that's how she goes. All right, till next time. Little update here on the Disruptor. Hull, no damage, looks perfect. As we saw at the water, the steering shaft is bent. The prop dug out of this little arm right here. The steering shaft snapped off. Prop's bent, snapped off. And this came undone. It does not seem broken, but it just popped out of place. And other than that, all good. So now it's time to fix it.